Okay, so I put this plate on. This plate holds the pivot, and then I just put two cotter pins in it. Spread them out, bend them around. Now it's time to put the bracket on. When you put this pin in, I forgot to tell you, that dot that I showed you earlier should be back here, not up here. So then when you get the dot, it should be over here. So now let me try to get over here and show you how to put this bracket on. See if I can get a good view of the back end here. That should be a pretty good view. Hopefully. Okay. Now first in here there's a felt washer that I put in first. And next you want to take your spring and there's a straight piece and then there's the hooked piece that's going to heat our bracket. So we're going to take a straight piece and right in here, it's hollow here, it's drilled out, put it over the shaft, over the part of the housing, and right here it slides right in there like that. And after you do that, you're going to put your index washer. Now this shaft has right here, can't see it too well, but there's like a tooth missing. It's a wider space here between there as compared to the other two. So this will only go on one way. So once you find it, it's keyed, you put that on. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put our bracket on. Like I said, there's it's going to focus, but right in there's the dot. So we're going to slide this on the threads. Stubborn. Oops. There we go. And then when we get it in the middle, make sure my dots line up. So I got it half on and then a divot in there. I get the spring and push it up to meet the dots. On the rest of the way. Tap. So now it's got its spring load. The brakes are spreading nice. So then next, I take my bolt and my nut, slide it down in there, thread it in. And I'll put my nut on here. And what I'll do is get back here, I'll out here, here on the 2 brake cables. Big long spring goes on. Put it in between the thing. Then there's the, I call it a stopper. Put the stopper in, it's got a hole in it. Put the right through. And grab a wing nut. And thread it on. I'm not going to adjust it yet until I get the rest of it together. So let me come back around here. Get lined up again. So we got all that. So now I'm going to take a clean cloth and spray it with brake cleaner, and I'm going to clean off these pads just in case I got any grease. Clean paper towel to brake clean. Wipe them down, make sure I didn't get any dead NACs or grease or anything. And it dries nice and fast. So I do that. Now I just take my brake drum, slide it right back on. Then I'm going to put my dust cover back on. But what I do before that is I take a little wheel bearing grease, waterproof. Put my finger in it, and up in here is an O-ring. Make sure your O-ring's in good condition up here. This one's not, is pretty good. Looks like whoever replaced the brakes last time replaced it, so it's in good shape. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a thin layer all the way around on this O-ring. And get a little bit on the back plate here, back in here. And I'm going to go all the way around, just like that. And then make sure you clean up your surface of your dust cover here. Nice and clean, so it makes a good seal, and keep as much water out of it as you can so you don't have all the problems. Got it all covered, so we're going to slide that back on. A little tap. Line the holes up. I'm going to take my 6 bolts again. And just screw them in. I won't show you all of them, I'll just do the one per time. And go all the way around, tighten it up all nice. And I'm going to take my hub and I'm going to clean this hub in here with the old grease. And then I'm going to take my new wheel bearing grease, so I'm going to put a nice coating of wheel grease around here. I already cleaned the inside of the seal. And put a nice fresh coat of wheel bearing grease. And we'll slide it in. Put the nut in. Tighten it up. The specs that are in the book, and put a cotter pin through it, put the wheel back on, adjust the brakes, get my right clearance, and you're pretty much done. So until next time, this is Mark